Hey guys, so welcome back again to another Stocks by Request session where we talk about the most requested stocks that you guys have been sending out. You guys have been commenting in the comment section, dropping me DMs in IG and Patreon, and that's what we're gonna discuss for today. So I want to discuss 10 stocks again for today as part of our 200,000 subscriber celebration. 10 stocks for all of you. I want to talk about the very talked about Acen today. We will also talk about Dito, which has been continually moving up. Then we're going to talk about BPI, PHA, Ayala Land, PLDT, Megaworld, Globe, MPI, and Jollibee. So 11 stocks pala. We're going to talk about 11 stocks and the usual PSEI as well. If you guys are ready, comment below. I'm ready. If you guys are new to this, comment kung kailan kayo nag-subscribe. I'm so curious at what point, no? There are some subscribers here that said that they were subscribed at the 10,000 mark, and that was around 2018 pa. Anyways, here's the PSE. As you can see, no, how textbook the movement of the PSEI is in terms of the support and resistance levels. Why am I saying this? Because as of the close today, you saw the markets close at 7289, which is right smack close to where the resistance is as well. So our resistance, as you all know, is at the 7307 mark. So that's what we've mentioned in the previous videos. Look at the range. The possible narrative is because it held its ground and bounced here at the 7,048 level, then it has a shot to go to the 7,307 level. So Monday, or over the next few days, failure to break out from that particular level may just cause the markets to just consolidate once again in this particular range. But if it breaks out, next possible target, next possible move is we could see this. Draw a line here. You could see it possibly go to the 7536 level. So we'll see because we have not gone back to the 7536 level. Last Feb pa, 2020 was the last time we went around that level. So anyways, congratulations, by the way, to those who were tracking and following Bitcoin and Tesla. Bitcoin was insane last night. Seeing it, binabatayan ko siya 2 a.m. na yesterday, watching it hit around 40,000 US dollars. Then Tesla also pushing up, pushing massively, making Elon Musk one of the richest or the richest person in the planet. So anyways, I'll start it off with MPI. For those who know MPI is primarily a defensive stock also that's connected to toll roads, which has hospitals, which owns also Manila. So the uptrend for position traders for MPI is still pretty much intact. No, we are seeing MPI moving and pushing and going steady in a very solid uptrend. The uptrend that started from the drop last March is still there. Now I want to draw some of the support lines for people who are trading the range. This is one possible support line that you're looking at 3.9 level. So after the breakout from the 3.9 level last October, we've seen MPI, which was by the way triggered by its buyback, start to push up, and the current range that MPI is moving right now is around this level. So you have a resistance at the 4.5 mark. So please do note also, should there be any selling pressure next week, it's primarily because MPI is already close to the resistance. But if it breaks out, then we could possibly see MPI hit another range or at least push massively higher. So next resistances for MPI 4.81 followed by 5.22. So again, for position traders, MPI based on our moving averages, based on our GMMA, is still showing us, telling us that the trend is currently up. For people who are trading support and resistance and looking at the range, MPI is very close right now to the resistance level. So again, any hesitation, any consolidation, or any drop is for the next few days is primarily because of that. And should it consolidate or fail to break out from that, then the range 4.55 resistance, 3.9 will be currently valid. But I'll place another short term, no, just in case hindi niya mabasag yung 4.5. Another short-term support is at the 4.16 level, which might coincide also on this upward trending support. No? So malapit ito sa 4.16 level. But if it breaks out, please write this down, 4.81, 5.82, 5.22 as the next level of resistance. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that is helping you. Next, Jollibee. So Jollibee, what's interesting is, as you all know, it made its grand push, no, from the bottom around March. It made its own steady uptrend also. So very very interesting move also for Jollibee, like this. Now that being said, it started already to consolidate after it hit around the 200 mark. So roughly around the 211 level. So this is its current consolidation range. What's currently protecting Jollibee right now is the support at the 186 level and the 50-day moving average. But whatever downward motion that you're seeing is primarily a correction from this 211 resistance level and another breakdown from the 20-day moving average. So for position traders, Jollibee is currently pushing up. For quick traders, the current range that Jollibee is moving on is 186. Support resistance is at the 211 level. Please do take note of this for those who attended their Stock Smart sessions that Jollibee is encountering this. It's under a response also of a crossover from our MACD. But I just want to note this also to all of you. As of this point in time, Jollibee is relatively oversold already. Anyways, let's continue. Let's look at Mary Mart. For Mary Mart naman, this is where we are. Ganun pa rin siya, no? Since we opened up the week, it still is moving towards this particular range. And that's what I want to submit to a lot of people. That's why you can trade the markets because hindi mo naman siya kailangan talaga specifically tignan every second, every minute because what's more important is alam nyo kung nasan siya sa range, alam nyo rin kung nasan siya sa trend. Kasi yun yung hindi nagbabago masyado. Hindi nagbabago kagad yung trend niya, hindi rin nagbabago kagad yung range niya. And as we opened up the week, I mentioned that the support is at 6.4 and the resistance is at the 8.1 level. So, or at least at the 8 peso level. So that's where Mary Mart is right now, 6.4 peso support level, 8 peso resistance or 8.08 resistance. And it's still currently trying to push going towards that particular level. So again, bantayan natin next week how it responds as it moves toward that particular resistance level. So for people trading for the short term, nothing has changed. 6.4 is your support, 8.08 is your resistance, and for those who are trend followers, boom, pretty much the upward trend is still there and is intact for those who are trading longer or at least following what the trend is. By the way, if you're new to this, I said that subscribe, but above and beyond that, do not buy the stocks that we're talking about here. Do not sell it also. Do not avoid it also. Do not hold just because it's discussed here. The ultimate goal of this channel is to educate you, to give you insight, to give you information, to give you data, to aid you and to help you. And for me, also in a way to show how I analyze and strategize and hopefully you get insights from this so that you get to replicate it on your own stocks. Because if you don't get to replicate it on your own stocks, sayang, this is not a channel that will tell you what to buy. This is not the place for that. The goal of why I create videos like this is to empower you that you can do this on your own. Do not rely on stock picks. Do not rely on stock tips. Do not rely on a hot tip from a friend because that's not something that's sustainable. That's not something that will make you money over the long term. The goal and the name of the game is you build your set of skills, you build the experience, and you let your money work hard for you. Because here's the thing madali lang yung tips the tips are easy, but it does not build skill. And for you to become profitable repeatedly for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, it's you who has to build the experience on your own. And that's hard. And for those 200 plus thousand, 202,000 subscribed to this channel, I'm happy that there's a group of people that are willing to learn and build the experience for it. Anyways, let's continue. Let's look at Globe. So the case in point in that is learn and build the skills on your own. Do not rely on what we talk about here. Just follow your own conviction because ultimately that's what will help you make money in the markets. So now, Globe, no, it's still moving sideways. Walang nagbago. From the last time we started doing the at least the videos updating you on Globe, the support around the 1985 level has been holding its ground. It has been there still. You have a support at 1985. You have a resistance at the 2183. For those who want to trade shorter durations, this is another shorter term support at the 2071 level. So from 1985 to 271, it's just a 4.3% trade. From 1985 to 2133, it's just a 7.6% trade. The larger one is at the 2220 level, which will give you a trade of around 11.7%. So that's the progression that we could see possibly for Globe. So Globe, from a trend standpoint as of now, is currently still sideways, but it's still, no, if you look at it, this particular downward slope is there still, but because it's currently holding here also, it's a safe assumption also to say right now, as long as the 1985 level is holding, that it's currently consolidating and sideways. Support 1985, resistance 2070, 2133, and 2240. Comment below if you're learning, and comment if this is something that's helping you. Oh no, we are at the 10-minute mark already. Naka-apat na stocks pa lang ako. Anyways, let's continue. I need to upload this already. That's why let's do this, and then let's continue to push harder. Okay, Megaworld. Megaworld had good movement, by the way, today, no? So Megaworld, after this stock smarts attendees, you know what, how important this is to us, coupled by this, and then coupled by this, or sorry, ah, coupled by this also. So this is a very, very strong buy signal confirmation, which happened at the end of October. For those who spotted this, congratulations to all of you, regardless of whatever you're using, MACD. Dun sa part 2 ng session natin about MACDs, no, depending on how you're looking at it. If you're looking at the cross above zero, or the cross up between the two lines, or you're looking at the breakout from the moving averages, or you're looking at the breakout from the 3.18 level, it doesn't matter. But there was a buy signal that happened at the end of October. And right after that, boom, we've started to see Mega World start to push up, start to go up as well. So whatever upward movement that we are seeing for Mega World is pretty much because of the reversal that happened 3.18 end of October. And that being said, something interesting happened today is that for the first time, also in a long time, it broke out from the 4.16 resistance. That if you start to zoom out here, boom, it has not gone and broken out from that particular level since January 2020. So we are seeing Mega World break out from a 1 year worth of resistance. Now, what you need to watch out for, at least for next week, is if the 4.16 level will hold, because if it does, the next possible resistance is at the 4.42 level, followed by the 4.99, or at least 5 peso level. So just a recap on Mega World, it's reversing, predicated by the breakout that happened and the reversal that happened end of October 2020. But for the price action that we have today, January 8, 2021, it's primarily the breakout from the 4.16 level. So for position traders, the current trend for Mega World is up. For quick traders, we're seeing it break out from the 4.16 range. Kailangan bantayan kung mag-hold yung 4.16. Kung mag-hold yun, next resistances are 4.42 and 4.99. So this video, by the way, at least Mega World, is from a request by Javi Rafael of Airspeed International. Super galing na logistics company. Anyways, so that's where it is right now. By the way, if it does not hold the 4.16 level, possible retracement for the short term will be 3.97 and 3.68 pesos per share. So that's where we are for Mega World. Next, after Mega World, I want to talk about PLDT, which had another great move also today, no? Which had a massive move up. But if you notice it also, yung pag-push upward lang niya, tinamaan lang niya yung resistance, which is at the 1,430 level. So please do note, PLDT resistance is 1,430. What it did also today is it broke out from the 1,374 level. So what to watch out for Monday is this. I forgot to mention this. The large move that PLDT had today was significant also because it broke out from the 1,374 level. Why is it significant? Because it broke out from this 4-month downward trending slope, and it broke out from this particular resistance level. So what you need to watch out for Monday is if it does not break from the 140 level, it could retrace to 1,374, but as long as it retraces and bounces off 1,374, it would be interesting to say already that the 4-month downward slope that we saw for PLDT is broken, it's over, under the condition that it stays above the 1,374 level. Now, for PLDT, again, if it breaks out from 1,430, then it could challenge its previous high, no, at least the high that it had last September 2020, which is at the 1,489 level. And if it breaks past that, then we might see PLDT move and push relatively higher to a level that it has not seen in a very, very long time. It could possibly go back to 2017 levels at the 1538 level. But we're not yet there. That's still a great way off. So for PLDT, this is where we are. So key numbers to remember: 1430 resistance, failure to hold that level; 1374 support, breakout from 1430. Next possible resistance is 1489. But if there's one thing that is so important, if it stays above the 1374 level, is the downward slope for PLDT right here, right now, is relatively done under those specific conditions. Now we're down to the last one, two, three, four, five. Pero nandun sa back half yung pinakadulo, no, everyone's wanting. I've been getting hundreds of messages for Acen and dito, and that's what we're gonna talk about in a bit. But let's start and talk about Ayala Land. So for Ayala Land, this is how it will look like. As you notice it, I plotted this already, that it broke from this upward push last January 6th. And now what's happening for Ali is, if it stays above the 40.4 level, then the possible narrative is, again, under the condition that Ali stays above 40.4, is that it will just possibly move sideways with this support at 40.4 and this short resistance at 42.1. So please write this down. Ali stays above 40.4 level. I'll zoom in so you see it better. There you go. If it stays above the 40.4 level, current progression, and please do note, no, yung closing niya today is at 41.55. So medyo malapit siya dito sa short-term resistance na to. Kaso yung short-term resistance na to, it hasn't gone above that level yet since December 11. And if you notice it also here, it tried to touch it a bit today, but boom, it retraced downward. So all eyes will be, in my opinion, will be at the 42 peso level, 42.16 level over the next few days, because if it does not break out from that, then the possibility of it consolidating again on this thin range is still there. But if it breaks out from 42.11, then it opens up an opportunity for Ali to go to 44. So allow me to repeat this. Ali is currently consolidating at 40.41. It's close to the 42.11 resistance. Failure to break the 42.11 resistance, we may just see it consolidate again in the thin 40.41 and 42.11 range. Breakout from the 42.11 range, we could possibly see Ali go to the next resistance at 44.22. And it's also under the condition that, hey, the trend for Ali is still up for the long term and also for the midterm. That's where we are right now. Anyways, this has been requested quite frequently, PHA. And dami nagtatanong ng PHA, this is how it looks. And if you'll allow me to just put it textbook technical analysis, it's basically this. This is not also something that's in my normal watch list, no? But if you're just looking at it from a tech standpoint, pretty much right after the middle of November, it started to embark on its uptrend. And if you'll allow me to zoom out further, I just want to pinpoint this. It's already closing, at least, no? I'll zoom in so you see it. This is the previous resistance, at least the previous high. So the next possible area that it could try to challenge is 1.73 pesos per share, which is medyo nalalapit na siya because the close for today is 1.65. So 1.72, 1.72 resistance, 1.65 closing. It's 1.73 1.73 resistance, 1.65 closing. The margin is not as I guess not as big anymore. So it's like around 3.4%. So resistance 1.73, bantayan natin if there will be selling that could possibly happen at that particular area, which again, what's nice about technicals is hindi tayo nanghuhula, we're not forecasting, we're just taking it for what it is. So bantayan natin, if selling happens, quick traders, you know what to do when a stock fails to break out from a specific resistance. But for trend followers, this is the specific trend that we are seeing right now for PHA. Trend is up, trend is intact. It looks like in an uptrend up as of this point in time, but it's facing a resistance at the 1.73 level. Last four stocks, last three stocks. Comment last three stocks. Last three stocks. And if you're just watching now, I just want to know, since we hit 200,000 subscribers, anong part kayo ng channel nag-subscribe, anong subscriber count at that point. And kung nanonood ka, tapos di ka pa nag-subscribe, subscribe na, smash the bell so you get updated every time we come up with new content about investing and about the stock market and everything else in between. Anyways, so BPI broke out from the resistance that I plotted. So the next possible resistance that we're seeing right now for BPI is at the 89 peso mark. Current long-term movement for it is it's currently has reversed and it's moving in this uptrend, but current short-term movement is it's still currently moving sideways and is consolidating. Resistance to watch out for BPI is 89 pesos per share as your possible target. So BPI fails to break out from 89, then the consolidation that we're currently seeing right here, right now for BPI will still be currently intact. That resistance 89, support 84, second support 79.9 pesos per share. And that's where we are for BPI. Last two stocks to go. The very, very popular Dito Telecoms. So for Dito, this is where it is. It moved up again because that's how interesting the trend is, no? If the trend is up, you follow the trend, you ride the trend, you push hard for the trend, and then you ride it to its uh, until it bends, until it reverses. And that's what's interesting na dapat hindi, if you are a specific person that's following the trend, the large red candle here and the large red candle here should not be a cause for you to be alarmed because even the moving averages was not showing you any reversal signals. The MACD was not showing you any reversal signals. GMMA was not showing you any reversal signals. The trend line was not also showing you any reversal signals. So if you are a person using trend lines, moving averages, MACD, or GMMA, as of this point in time, by the time we're recording this video, it has not shown us any sell signal yet, even though nagkaroon siya ng dalawang red candle. Now, what's interesting to watch out for is dito is currently at the resistance at 13.85. It pushed up today, green candle. It opened higher than the close from yesterday, which shows a more bullish undertone. Dito opened 12.9. Please remember closing yesterday. The closing yesterday was 12.7. It opened at 12.9 today and it closed at 13.12. So key thing to watch out for is the resistance at 13.85 pesos per share. And please do note, it tried to, no, if you're looking at it, the highest that dito hit today was 13.6, which is very, very close already to the resistance. Gaya nyo nga ako, 13.6 resistance. And then selling happened. That's why we saw it start to retrace down. But for it to still close higher at the 13.12 mark. So current range, walang nagbago. Resistance is still 13.85. Support is still 8.3. So that's where we are for dito. Resistance 13.85, support 8.3. Trend still up. Moving averages are still all not showing us any reversal signals. Same for MACD and the GMMA. And this is dragging longer. Last na lang, Acen. For Acen naman, this is how it looks. As you can see, no, because of the SRO, we saw it open lower at the 6.3 mark. Then remember what I've mentioned also yesterday, that you have a support at the 6.6 level, which is interesting also because look at this. The support held its ground. You have a support at 5.84, which is also being confirmed by the 50-day moving averages. Two of those things confirming what we're seeing right now. And here's what's the thing, that's why I don't trade based on X dates. I just trade based on the charts, because everything you need to know is found in the chart. And what we've been discussing over the past few days is a couple of things. Number one, support at the 50-day moving average. Number two, support at the 5.84 level, which it hit, boom, bounce. Then we also mentioned 6.6 support level, which when it dropped, it converted itself as a resistance, but intraday, boom, it pushed higher. And lastly, look at the trend line and the 20-day moving average. At the closing, we saw AC Energy push above and close at that particular area. So that being said, it shows you that in spite of the SRO, as of today, no, as of the time we're making this video, Acen is still on the uptrend. Acen is also still above the 20-day moving average, and the 6.6 and 5.84 support levels are currently holding. So there. I know I wasn't able to discuss Tesla and Bitcoin, but for those who want to trade Tesla and Bitcoin, links are in the description below. Look for it, eToro. It allows you to trade Tesla Bitcoin for $50 only because they have a virtual account. But the virtual account allows you to play with it without even putting any money. So link is in the description below. Books are in the description below. For those who want to contact me, comment below. Patreon, DM, IG, guys. The best way to DM me right now is in IG. Hindi ko talaga na-reply nyo sa Facebook. But, yun lang. Ano pa ba sasabihin ko? That's it. I hope you guys learned a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that's insightful. Everything else that you need to know about me are in the description. And happy weekend, guys. I hope you're using your time this weekend to be able to learn, to be able to build skill, to be able to make yourself not bitter, but better. Because great people use their time to lift people up. Great people use their time to build their skills. Not na, don't look at your friend now, wag na mainggit. Don't compare yourself with other people. Don't compare yourself to what the crowd is doing. Just run your own race. Do what you need to do. Push hard. Don't compare. Wag mainggit. Wag din manglait sa ibang tao. And that's what we're having in this channel. The whole point of this channel is to lift people up, make people better, take people into new heights because you guys deserve better. You guys deserve better days ahead. And I speak life into all of you that your past does not define who you are, that your mistakes made does not define you, that your failures also does not define you as well. Because who you are is what's placed inside of you, and your future is not dependent on what the economy is. Your future is not dependent on what you see around you. Your future is dependent on what's been placed inside of you and how much you believe in it, that you work hard and you hustle and you leverage and you save and you invest and you follow your plans to make those things happen. So, there. Comment below if you stayed up until the end, up until kahit hindi na stocks pinag-uusapan. But I really believe that above and beyond being good at stocks is there's so many things that are important in how we think. Eh. And people always ask me about investing in the market, but if there's one thing that I know that's more integral than trading is the way I think, the way I perceive, the way I strategize, the way I see money and my attitude toward things. And I hope that above and beyond trading, you get that the optimism, the ability to hedge because that's something that goes above and beyond trading anymore. That will allow you to have wealth, but not just wealth, wealth that lasts, the wealth that will transcend generations, and wealth that makes an impact because hindi nyo lang ginagamit yung pera nyo tsaka influence nyo para sa inyo eh. And that's what I believe YouTube does. It gives me a platform to be able to influence you the right way. And I do hope for the 202,000 subscribers here, you get influenced the right way, that it's not just about money, but it's about using whatever influence, power, money you have to build people up and to make them better. So happy weekend. That's it for now. Marvin Germo. Stay tuned. 9 p.m. We have Jay Nemesis and Heloise Grief joining us in the podcast as well. So trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.